Okay, so now that all of us are here, let's get started. So, I'm McKenna. I'm the host for today's AMA, and we have 4 guest speakers here with us. From Kima Network, we have Atlas Arman, the head of BD. We have Gabriel, the CEO of Dagama. There's Moni, the community lead of Moongate. And last but not least, we have Michael, the chief strategy officer from WowEarn. So, thank you all for joining us. And before we start, would each of you like to give an introduction on yourself and your project? Would you like to go first?
I can do it. So this is Atlas. I am the CBDO, in other words, head of BD for Kima Finance. I've been in the technology industry for more than 15 years. At first 10 years, I worked for multinational technology companies in the Web2 space like Qualcomm, Intel Corporation. All they are hardware manufacturers for the devices. And for the last 5 to 6 years, I've been in blockchain industry, worked for VCs, venture capitals, incubators, some layer 2 EVM chains, and Bitcoin as well. So for the last approximately 1 year, I've been with Kima Finance. Actually, the best and most exciting experience for me is with the Kima Finance, because we have brought a breakthrough and innovative cross-chain and interoperability approaches to the market, where we connect not only the chains and Web3 dApps within different cross-chain things and functionalities. Also, we are the only protocol on Earth which actually interconnect both Web2 and Web3 institutions and the world just one simple API. So I'm pretty excited to be here, and thank you for to WowEarn team family. We have been working with you guys for a long time, and so thank you for having us.
And to you, Gabriel.
Hi, everyone. First of all, thank you so much for the invite. It's a pleasure to be on your MAA session. Obviously, we've been partners for a long time. Shout out to other projects, Kima, Moongate. So I'm Gabriel, the CEO of Dagama. Our mission is to rebuild trust in online reviews and recommendations using blockchain and AI. With Dagama, we're not just connecting users to real-world locations through Web3, but we're also ensuring authenticity and incentivizing user participation through our post and earn model. We also developed our own multi-level anti-fake system to make sure that all of the reviews on our platform are user-generated and free from fakes. Thank you so much, guys. Looking forward to an engaging MAA.
Thank you, and on to you, Moni.
Thank you. Hey, everyone. This is Moni from Moongate. I'm the marketing and community lead. Thanks for having us all here tonight. And so a little bit about Moongate. We are an attention asset protocol for real-world activations. And with our protocol, brands can easily issue smart tokens, and that can not only drive attention but also act as keys to enter a brand's ecosystem. Thus can to unlock access to exclusive content, benefits, and community. So far, we have served over 3,800 brands, including big names like Binance, OKX, Wonderfruit, and also Token 2049, as some of you might attended last year. We have supported over 4,500 campaigns today, and we are the exclusive ticketing partner for ETH Denver in the coming February event as well. So maybe you can come find us there. Thank you.
Hear that. And Michael, you're next.
Hello, everyone. This is Michael from WowEarn. First of all, hello to our wonderful host, McKenna. Hello to our wonderful guests. Following on a very original introduction of our friend Atlas, I would also like to share a little bit of background from my side. I spent last 11 years as a management consultant with focus on strategy and innovation management, climbing the corporate ladder to the director level and head of strategy and innovation practice with Web3 space related since Bitcoin ETF announcement, right? When we realized that Web3 is becoming a force to be reckoned with and digital assets are the future. Now, currently at WOW Earn as Chief Strategy Officer, I'm helping the team to draw the long and sustainable vision for developing our protocol. And WOW Earn, in principle, is a reward mining super app enhanced by the functionalities of non-custodial wallet. That's how we tackle into DeFi. Curated marketplace called WOW Explore, social file layer, WOW Chat, and of course, our reward and mining mechanism. That's it. Thank you.
For introduction, you guys. Now let's get into the main topic. There's been talk that DeFAI is going to be the new era of DeFi, and I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. How would you define the key differences between DeFAI and the traditional DeFi protocols? And is the integration of AI fundamentally changing the landscape of decentralized finance, or is it more of an evolutionary step? Atlas, would you like to give your take on this?
For sure. Actually, they are completely different, and the decentralized finance with artificial intelligence bring a huge opportunities, not only the companies itself, but also the individual investors space too. So actually, as Kima Finance, we provide the ultimate interoperability between chains, and we enable dApps, especially DeFi protocols, to get assets, transfer assets from and to multiple chains, and we enable other ecosystems and the holders and the investors to participate and bring their funds to different ecosystem DeFi protocols seamlessly. This is one part of the story. Actually, so yes, interoperability, security, the fundamental issues that we need to tackle and ensure complete seamless for the users to onboard more and millions of new Web2 users into the space, I mean the Web3, but also make Web3 user life easier and ensure that they both have the experience, a best experience, investment experiences, and also the high ROI, right, in a more secure way. So artificial intelligence has brought completely, a new way of achieving this, actually. So this is why we need to really differentiate between the traditional decentralized finance and also the decentralized finance with artificial intelligence. So this is why, as Kima Finance, we have launched, AI agent called Lima. So this is actually focusing on the complete DeFi, section of the business, because liquidity is a pretty important topic. So managing your liquidity, your investment, and finding out the right insights where you can bring your liquidity in order to maximum ROI, and also getting some early signals to participate in some liquidity pools, farms. So all of these topics are pretty manual so far. So, and So even if we, of course, bring so many seamless technologies like interoperability, depositing stablecoin from any chain that you want into any, DeFi protocol, or even, for example, dApps like WoW Earn. So it is pretty, making the life easier for the users and the platforms, and this actually makes platform able to accept more users, acquire more users, and make their life easier in the Web3 space. But now, this is an evolution stage. I mean, we have just have been seeing so many AI agents and AI functionality coming into the picture at the DeFi space. They are kind of early stage at the moment, but this is a very good insight that our life will be full of AI agents, right? So, and at the DeFi space, it is more needed because there are so many DeFi platforms, there are so many liquidity pools, farms that an individual investors, have to go and research. It is impossible for them. It is not, possible for them to look at the entire blockchain ecosystem. For example, the Lima, the Kima's AI agent actually makes this very, easy for users, and do many research 24 hours, 7 days, all the blockchains, and bring up insights, liquidity insights, and where is the opportunities are. So users don't have to do anything. Instead, just watch out what Lima says, and they can inject their money, they can invest accordingly, and this really makes a huge difference. As an example in the AI space and the decentralized finance space, we need more AI agents, of course, in order to ensure that. But at the end of the day, yes, this is an revolution in the decentralized finance, and also this enable us to bring more liquidity from Web 2, more users from Web 2, because DeFi area is pretty complicated. It is so fragmented. Every chain has its own protocol, own lending, own farming pools, own DEXs, own JAXs, right? So too complicated. So these AI agents like Lima actually makes our life easier as a Web3 enthusiast, but also ensure in the long run we can acquire and we can attract more Web2 users, because those AI agents help them to both invest, both put their money in different liquidity pools to get most yields without knowing so much detail and doing research. So from that perspective, we have just started, and it is a new era for DeFi space, I think.
You made a solid point there. And now I'd like to hear Gabriel's thoughts on this. What do you think on this matter?
Yeah, I definitely agree with the things that Atlas has mentioned. I agree that DeFi represents a new era for decentralized finance. Now, obviously, traditional DeFi was revolutionary in creating open and decentralized access to financial services, but it often lacked scalability, personalization, and ease of use for non-technical users. AI obviously enhances DeFi by automating complex tasks like, for instance, it could be yield optimization, risk assessment, portfolio management, making these tools accessible even to newcomers. Moreover, decentralized finance with the use of AI can reduce the learning curve for new users through AI-powered interfaces, which can provide guidance and context sensitivity recommendations. This doesn't just attract more users, it actually creates a more inclusive ecosystem. However, it's not just about replacing traditional DeFi, but enhancing it. So DeFAI bridges the gap between human capabilities and the vast potential of blockchain by making systems smarter, more efficient, and user-centric.
Definitely. And what about you, Moni? Do you have anything to add on? Anything you agree with?
And thanks for the question. I definitely agree with what Atlas and they quite and also like definitely think DeFi AI is gonna be a game changer for DeFi. Traditional DeFi is all about replicating traditional financial services like in a decentralized way, but it can be a bit complex and intimidating for new users. So I think for that way, DeFi AI changes that. And personally, this is quite friendly to me as well. And for example, like Griffin, it allows users just having similar commands to do all sort of stuff, like issuing meme coins or setting up airdrops. I think that is a very huge step for like in making DeFi more accessible, for sure. And then there's like I remember there's like on Almanac, which is like having a super smart trading assistant that can handle all over the complex stuff for you, like dealing with those pesky math and also gas fee issues. So DeFi isn't like just an evolutionary step. It's like a whole new era, for sure. Just like how ChatGPT has made us to get accustomed to use AI in everyday life. It's making DeFi smarter, efficient, and way more user friendly. So I like to say that it is definitely evolutionary, but still needs human judgment at the very end. I think that's it.
Right, and Michael, what about you? What are your thoughts on this matter?
Quite. I want to say my colleagues, former speakers, really exhausted the topic. Hard to add anything without being accused of duplicating the content in this case. However, I have this name to myself, a voice of reason. Every time we are bringing up a new concept to this roundtable or AMA, I always advise cautious because right now the technology might not be as mature to back up the hype that is already created around the DeFAI. Yeah, so from my standpoint, it's worth observing. It's definitely the future, especially in terms of using advanced machine learning algorithms for yield optimization, for risk management. That's a huge advantage. That would be probably step one. And step two, the fully mature framework, is where we have automated agents making economically rational decisions. They are equipped with money. They are connected to multiple pools, multiple yield aggregators, and working for us 24/7, making money in the crypto space. However, again, be cautious. This is not yet ready. Don't fall for those promises just yet, but observe.
Right, great advice, and thank you for your input on the matter. Moving on, AI agents are known for their potential to serve as intermediaries, facilitating the transition for Web2 users to more easily access the DeFi market. However, it is important to consider the risks that users should be aware of when utilizing these agent bots. So for activities such as swapping, depositing, withdrawing, and staking within the DeFi ecosystem. So now that we're on the topic of risk, what do you think are the potential risk users should consider in this context? Atlas, would you like to start first?
Very important topic, actually. Thank you very much, McKenna. Yes, there are so many risks, actually, when it comes to the AI agents and their operations. So we have to confess that so all should be addressed pretty well and in a most secure way, because when it comes to money transfer, swapping, depositing, withdrawing, yes. So how we can trust on these agents, right? So they are all automatized algorithms at the end of the day. So actually, one is the phishing attacks or scammers. So actually, we ensure that all of these agents are capable of recognizing the risks out there in the market, like phishing attacks, scam links, etc. So even without agents, you as an investor or holder, Web3 user, we need to be careful, right? So where we are going to connect our wallet. So this is pretty fundamental thing in Web3 space. So this is pretty valid for AI agents that we have at the moment and moving forward. There are so many different difficulties and risks areas. So one is interoperability, right? So it is still a headache, not only for AI agents, but also the ordinary and other DeFi platforms, right? Even it is a valid problem of any kind of debt, including WoW earn. So and actually, as Kima, we ensure that this interoperability layer problem is in history at the moment, because with just one simple API, we enable those agents to talk with each other from different ecosystems and chains, and they can be able to transfer and assets, or even they can communicate to each other from different chains. So just through Kima's interoperability layer. The privacy is another problem, right? So these agents can use your data and the data of other individuals, and can share without their consent and will. So this can be actually solved through zero knowledge proof technology, and also Kima can provide these capabilities to any kind of AI agent. Both we can enable AI agents to communicate between each other, even if they are different chains, built on different chains and different ecosystems. And also we ensure that we just really mitigate this privacy risk on behalf of user. For example, I would like to give in the risk factor, how we mitigate risk with Lima. Lima actually, as I mentioned, the AI agent of Kima, which provide the users with the 24/7 liquidity insights from all chains. Actually, the DeFi space can be so volatile, right? But Lima's early warning system really helps to mitigate this risk, for example. So we expect other AI agents in the DeFi protocol employ the same methodology. So by monitoring market anomalies and liquidity imbalances and potential vulnerabilities, actually Lima allows user to make well-informed decisions and protect their investments from any unforeseen challenges. So actually AI agents, in short, AI agents brings, yes, so many risks, but with current technologies we can overcome of these risks of interoperability, privacy, some being tackled with some scammer attacks, etc. But on the other hand, they are a kind of advantage, right? So in order to warn us earlier, to save and protect their assets. So there are two dimensions and two perspectives. They bring some risks that we can solve, but at the same time they can solve risk factor, and they can mitigate this risk, as in the case of Lima, I can say.
Thank you for sharing all that with us, Atlas. And Gabriel, what do you think about this?
I mean, Atlas pretty much covered everything. It's very difficult to go after somebody with so much, knowledge. But yeah, overall, obviously, the risks. It's data security, as Atlas mentioned. For AI to provide insights or perform action, it often requires access to sensitive information. This creates potential attack vector if the system is not secure. The second one is model bias. So AI algorithms are only as good as the data that they're trained on. Obviously, if the training data is skewed or biased, the AI might make it suboptimal or even harmful. For example, it might overly favor certain protocols, leading to unintended risks for users. Also, over-reliance on AI could also be a risk because users may defer entirely to AI decisions, and that could neglect their responsibility in understanding the risks involved. So education and transparency are crucial to ensuring users maintain control. And regulatory risks. So the solution in my eyes is a balanced approach. AI should assist users, but not replace their decision making. That's it from my side.
Hear from you. And on to you, Moni. Do you have any opinions on this?
I quite agree with what the two guests just mentioned, and also like AI agents can getting DeFi a lot easier for Web2 users, as we just discussed in the first question. But just as Michael has mentioned earlier, I think down to the road it still needs human judgment at the very end. So there are definitely some risks to keep in mind. Mainly from my side, there are security risk and also the data privacy issue. Like for security, and these agents might rely on centralized services like AWS, and if the keys are managed properly, our assets could be at risk. So we're gonna make sure that AI agent is using decentralized storage solutions like Weave to keep our data safe. And on for the data privacy issue, and I like to add on something like agents needs to handle a lot of more of our personal data, so we need to trust that they are not keeping it secure. They are keeping it secure. And then on the algorithm side, if the AI's decision making is based on faulty or false algorithms or bad data, it could lead to some pretty bad trades or losses from our side. And so basically, that's so much I want to share add on. Thank you.
You and Michael, what about you?
Oh, well, first of all, huge kudos to all the colleagues speaking before, and also truly honored to co-hosting this space with Kima and Atlas, who's giving a testimony that Kima is growing to be one of the leaders, or at least thought leaders in this space, with their extensive knowledge. From my side, maybe in order to be a little bit original, I would like to make a comment. While Atlas pointed out about the risks of connecting our wallets, right, and getting exposed to any other, any new formats of phishing attack or scamming attacks, I want to point out that there is also a tremendous responsibility on developers' shoulders in terms of strict control of the input values. Because if you can brute force or hack or crack large language model, you should be aware what can be done to an AI agent as well.
All right, good arguments you guys made there. And here's my next question for you guys. Do you think DFAI is the motivation for the market to grow significantly in the long term, or will it just be another hot trend narrative in the next few months? Atlas, let's hear your take on this.
Of course. So actually, AI I can say is here to stay from the DeFi perspective. So if we are, our topic is more on, GameFi, maybe some other verticals in the Web3 space. So I may say that, so it may be a, hype and a trend and just short term to, motivate the market to, pump. But when it comes to the, decentralized finance, so it is pretty complex, right? So it is fragmented, it is so dynamic, it's changing, evolving so fast, and so many important factors that investors should take care of by themselves. So they need to do their own research, right? So it is a pretty well-known phrase, do your own research, is getting harder and harder because there are hundreds of chains, hundreds and thousands of tokens out there, liquidity pools, etc. So, for example, the liquidity becomes pretty, the backbone of cross-chain ecosystem. It's just an example, and there are other dimensions to managing, but managing liquidity pools efficiently and intelligently has become more critical than ever. For example, and you really need that AI agent in order to monitor, bring insights from hundreds of different blockchains. So a human being, as an investor, I couldn't do this. So even 24 hours is not enough to go do research. So I need to eat, I need to sleep, I need to be my family even. So there are limited time for every of us. For us, I mean, in Web3 space, even it comes to the Web2 users, it's more scary for them. So they are hesitant to enter into the Web3 space. Maybe this is the reason. So this AI agents is here to stay. So we can just see the at the just peak of the iceberg at the moment. So many other protocols and big guys are preparing their AI functionalities and agents. So this will be a long-term paradigm shift actually that we really need. Not only we are seeing and observing. For example, just we have launched Lima for this purpose actually. So it gives an instant access and insight to any liquidity opportunities. It's proactively mitigate risk. It simplifies liquidity management for the projects and for the liquidity providers and individual investors, and actually it gives accessibility. So no need for specialized tools, platforms. Otherwise, you need to use many tools, right? But Lima actually delivers insights directly to you or to your DApp app. It is real time, so we really need those insights. And liquidity markets are so fast, so you cannot even follow all the balances. So Lima ensures you are always ahead of the curve and get the immediate insights and what you need to do, and it's actually democratize the access to the liquidity data analysis and empower users of all levels to make the data-driven decision. Right, this is fundamental within this data-dense environment, and from highlighting high yield pools to managing risks, actually. The AI agents, our AI agent, at least Lima, optimizes every aspect of liquidity management and saving you time, individual investors' time, which is limited, and maximize return. So without such a kind of AI agent, it's like driving a car without a wheel. So you need a wheel, right? So in order to turn right and left. And you need to, these signals when you are, using the car, you need to see how much fuel you have, and you need a navigation in the middle of the car, where to drive. So it resembles like this one. So we really need these AI agents, and we are going to see that they are going to take over soon, and it will be much more efficient for us to make more money and get high return from our investments.
For sharing that with us. And what about you, Gabriel? What is your take on this? Gabriel, are you still there with us?
I'm having some connection issues. Could you please repeat the question that we're currently discussing?
Okay, so the question is, do you think DFAI is the motivation for the market to grow significantly in the long term, or will it just last for the next few months as a hot trend narrative?
That's a very good question. Obviously, time will tell whether it's just a short-term trend or it's here to stay, but I definitely believe that DeFi has all the ingredients for long-term success. While some may perceive it as a trend, the fundamental value it adds to DeFi makes it more than just, a fleeting narrative. It addresses key barriers in DeFi adoption, such as usability and decision complexity. The solutions that lower the barrier to entry for everyday users that will help navigate DeFi protocols more confidently. And this positions DeFi as a growth catalyst, especially in the markets that are traditionally under-reserved by financial systems. On the other hand, sustainability really depends on the real-world utility. If those projects prioritize substance over hype, focusing on tangible benefits, as I've mentioned before, improved decision-making, user onboarding, transparency, and all that good stuff, that will drive long-term market expansion. That's all I have to say.
Thank you for sharing that with us. And Moni, what about you?
Thanks for the question again. I'm pretty rooted for that. DeFi is actually here to stay and will be a major driver of long-term growth in the market. Not because it's quite hype recently, but for many other reasons, like on top of what Atlas has just mentioned about the comparison between an AI and us human. DeFi is also like making DeFi so much more user-friendly. Like there are projects like Hayden are using natural language processing to simplify interactions and give user real-time data, and also Almanac is using advanced techniques like Monte Carlo simulations to like making trading more efficient and private. And also there are so many innovative applications coming up. I think these projects are showing that the DeFi has real value and a real potential to change the way we did finance over the past few period. Yeah. So we are still in the very very early age, and agreed on that. Only time can tell, but I do believe that DeFi is going to keep growing and evolving. Yeah. Thank you.
Right, I'll be looking forward to that growth as well. And Michael, what else do you have to add on this?
Sure, absolutely. First and foremost, again, as a consultant or former consultant, I will be referring to some specific framework. In this case, I'm thinking about Gartner's hype cycle for emerging technologies. And there are two things I want to mention. Yeah. First and foremost, right? AI is here to stay, and it's only up to us how we will accommodate it in our daily lives, in our investment strategies, right? In our investment portfolios, and so on and so forth. That's the first take. And second take is, regardless of how marvelous the technology appears, it always goes through few phases of the same hype cycle. It starts with innovation trigger. So, for example, we can identify it as, the recent poll on Twitter. How should we call a cross point, right? Crossroads between DeFi and AI. And I think the consensus is currently DeFi. And then we have a peak of inflated expectations, right? When people start realizing that maybe 4,800% APY wasn't such a bad idea. It wasn't such a good idea to invest our money in. And when we realize that in most cases we are just chatting with the wrapped chat GPT, and then we have so-called throw of disillusionment and slope of enlightenment. And I believe that it is the slope of enlightenment, or a DeFi 2.0 or DeFAI 2.0, where we really gonna harvest what we have sown, right? And right now it's just a sandbox. It's trials and errors. It's speculation, and not yet that solid, but speculative enabling, speculation enabling.
Thank you for sharing all that with us. Another thing I want to talk about today is how DeFi has been long associated. It has long been associated with community-driven governance models. So, with the rise of DeFi, which relies heavily on AI to make autonomous decisions, do you think decentralized governance will remain relevant, or will automated systems outpace human-driven decision-making in the future? Atlas, what is your take on this?
Yes. So actually, it is depend on how these AI agents and AI algorithm can be taken into the picture with the DeFi protocols. When it comes to decision making, I don't believe that these huge organizations with high number of thousands or millions of holders, communities will give the direct decision-making authority to the AI. Instead, it's a kind of assisting the process through bringing the insights, bringing the right kind of and a meaningful data set to enable communities take the right decision, data-driven decision. So when it comes to the individual tasks, maybe grabbing the right opportunity while we are sleeping at night, you can authorize your individual trading agent to take some decisions to some certain risk, to some certain for example amount. You can design your AI agent to do some transactions up to 1K while you are sleeping, in order to not to lose any opportunity, right? So you can mitigate your risk. You can limit your risk individually. So this is your individual decision to let your agent do some transactions, withdrawing, depositing, or investing in some tokens, etc. This is up to you, your personal decision. When it comes to the community-driven, and the bigger organizations like DAOs of these decentralized finance institutions, so instead of taking over the decision-making authority and the mechanism, AI will be at the supportive role, which provides, as I mentioned, assistant, data-driven insights to enable community to take the right action, to do the right decision. From that perspective, I think that the AI functionalities, AI agents, and the DAOs, I mean the decentralized organization authorities, managements go hand by hand. So they are strengthening each other, while the decision still will be given by votes of the community, because those are the holders, right? They have the decision making authority, and we call it autonomous decision making of this DAO. So I think they goes hand by hand. When it comes to the individual level, you can limit your risk on the actions that your AI agent can make. On the other hand, so that the community-driven governance will be there and will be consistent, I think.
Thank you. And what about you, Gabriel? What are your thoughts on this?
So in terms of centralized governance, now, will it remain relevant with the rise of AI and DeFi? I believe that it will absolutely remain relevant, but it will evolve alongside AI. Governance is about aligning the interests of the community with obviously the objectives of the project, and AI can play a role in making this more efficient by analyzing different proposals, predicting different outcomes, suggesting optimal strategies and whatnot. However, it's not infallible. It reflects the biases and limitations of data. The community's role will be shifting from making every decision manually to overseeing those decisions. You can think of it as a human in the loop model, where AI handles routine tasks and the community intervenes for strategic or ethical decisions.
I agree with you there. You made a good argument. And Moni, what else do you have to say about this?
Yeah, for this question, I think it's not about one replacing the other, but it's more about them working together. Community-driven governance actually let everyone have a say in how things are run, so it ensures that the protocol develops in a way that can benefit everyone and aligns with our values. But AI can handle a lot of the heavy lifting and complex tasks. But humans are still better at dealing with the fuzzy, uncertain stuff. And also, the transparency of blockchain means that we can see exactly what the AI is doing, which builds trust. I think decentralized governance can help make sure that the AI is doing what it's supposed to do, and that it's acting in the best interests of the community. So right now and also in the future, I think we will see a mix of AI automation and also human-driven decision making. They'll complete each other and make sure the whole system more efficient and more democratic. Yeah, that's it.
For sharing that, Moni. And Michael, what are your thoughts on this? Oh, are you there? All right. So it seems that Michael may have lost connection. So I'll just move on to the next question. And for our last subtopic, you know how many DeFi projects struggle with interoperability with legacy financial systems? How do you foresee DeFi protocols overcoming these barriers? Like, will we get to see a seamless collaboration between traditional financial institutions and decentralized AI systems? Or will DeFi remain isolated from the broader financial world? Alice, what do you think about this?
Thank you very much. So this is a pretty fundamental question about the interoperability and the cross-functionality between Web 2 to Web 3. In other words, traditional finance with decentralized finance. This is the core strength of Kima. Actually, as I mentioned earlier, Kima is the only protocol on Earth which connects Web 2 to Web 3 or vice versa with one simple API. So we enable any kind of bank or hedge fund or traditional finance institutions directly connect with any chain on Earth. Through, for example, accepting deposits, accepting payments from Web3 world, from your wallets, or vice versa. For example, Earn or any dev in Web3 space can accept, euro payment, dollar payment, and not only from your credit card, the other on and off ramp solution can do, but also we can enable you to directly send money from your bank account, wire money from your bank account to your crypto wallet or to any protocol that you would like to work with. And the thing is, we can achieve this through our patented technology, which brings this interoperability through decentralized model, like bridging your, for example, like bridging your USDT from Solana to Arbitrum through a decentralized manner. You can achieve this interoperability still in decentralized manner from your bank account to your wallet, to your crypto wallet. So it is seamless. So when it comes to the decentralized finance with AI agents or AI agents, finance capabilities, actually the topic is the same. So these AI agents can employ, for example, our Kima's interoperability API to conduct transactions from Web2 space to Web3 or vice versa. So if you grant rights and authorize your AI agent to do some transactions while you are sleeping, so through using our API, it can decide to invest not only in the token on Binance, for example, but also would like to invest Apple stock in Nasdaq as well. So this is up to the decision making that you authorize your agent with. So yes, definitely the question. I see no barrier decentralized finance with AI agents to be interoperable with the legacy financial system. No, there is no barrier for it, because we are here. I mean, as Kima, we can enable not only dApps, apps, but also these AI agents to do transactions in a most secure way, because I actually forget to mention that Kima actually provides this interoperability without smart contracts even. This actually get rid of any hacking risk that you can face. So the interoperability solutions with smart contracts can be hacked anytime, right? Because smart contracts bring a huge vulnerability to the ecosystem, actually. But I don't want to mention that smart contracts are bad. No. We really need smart contracts in the blockchain space. It is at the very heart of the Web3 space. But when it comes to the money bridging, when it comes to the money transferring, those can be hacked. So we need to be careful. So I don't want to say that smart contract is bad, but we need to be very careful when it comes to the money transferring. So this is why for the bridging, for the wrapping, for the transferring monetary assets, Kima has brought fundamentally a new paradigm, new innovation to the market through establishing and facilitating this interoperability and transferring assets without smart contracts. So this is pretty important. So this also make your AI agents, transactions absolutely 100% secure in the market. Just I would like to give two examples. Just remember, if you are in the market for just 1 year, you probably heard that DeFi has been hacked, Radiant Capital has been hacked, and millions of dollars, more than 50 million, something like that, has been stolen. So we need to be careful. Of course, we need to equip our DeFi protocol and also AI agent with right tools, with the most secure tools. So while we are sleeping in the bed at night, and if we enable our agent to do transactions, we ensure that it is 100% secure. So we can provide all of these DeFi protocols, dApps like Woven, and your AI agent with the the most secure way of interoperability. So with that, the interoperability between the financial ecosystem and the DeFi is already here. So we can facilitate this anytime.
Oh, so it seems like he must really be making our lives convenient. Thank you for sharing that. And Gabriel.
My pleasure.
All right, then Gabriel, do you have anything to say about this?
I do. So interoperability between DeFi and financial systems is one of the most exciting opportunities, but it also is one of the greatest challenges, I believe. And to bridge this gap, I believe DeFi protocols can first leverage AI for standardization. So AI can act as a translator, interpreting and converting data between legacy financial systems and different protocols. This could make it easier for traditional institutions to adopt blockchain solutions without overhauling their existing infrastructure. The second point is obviously collaboration with regulators is a very, very important factor. Building trust with regulators, incorporating compliance mechanisms into smart contracts and AI systems. The third is focused on real world utility. A good example is obviously Ripple's XRP. They have shown how blockchain can seamlessly integrate with traditional finance for cross-border payments, and DeFi can adopt a similar approach by solving specific pain points such as settlement times, access to credit through collaboration with banks and payment networks. Ultimately, the success lies in collaboration, I believe, rather than competition. Traditional institutions and DeFi systems, they must work together to create a hybrid model that combines stability of traditional systems with the innovation of blockchain and AI.
For your input on the matter, Gabriel. And what about you, Moni?
I really think that DeFi protocols can have a real shot at overcoming those interoperability barriers. And I think there are a few ways that they can achieve that. Like, firstly, and I think API integration is key. DeFi agents can use APIs to connect with all sorts of DeFi platforms and get real-time data. Like, for example, I believe, as I remember, Injective is working with Sony's SVM to create the Smart Agent Hub, which can give developers all of these cool tools to build and manage AI agents. And then I think there's decentralized messaging. DeFi agents can really use protocols like IPFS or webhooks to get updates and handle external events, like when there's a new governance proposal or a change in a liquidity pool. And finally, standardized interfaces and also data formats will also be crucial. And if DeFi projects can agree on how to share data and interact with traditional financial systems, I think we can see some really seamless collaboration as well. So to sum up, I believe that as the technology matures and regulations catch up, we will definitely start to see some traditional financial institutions working more closely with DeFi. So they will see the value in these decentralized AI systems and start integrating them into a more broader financial world. And so I'm quite optimistic about that. Thank you.
Lovely. And Michael, are you back? I think there's some issues with your mic because I see that you're unmuted, but I don't hear you. All right. Sorry to have to skip you then. But I guess that'll be the conclusion of our AMA. So I'd like to thank all four of you once again for being here and contributing to this discussion. It was really fruitful. And before we go, would you like to tell our audience where we can find you if they're interested in your project?
First of all, Makana, thank you very much. You are such a great host, and thank you for entire Warren family, Michael, my great friend Alex, your head of BD, and your entire team. We have been working with Warren team from the beginning. We really appreciate your efforts in the market, and we wish a wonderful TGE time for you. I know that it is upcoming, and we are here to support you guys. Such a great project, and that as well. So I urge the community. First of all, thank you, all of them, all of the listeners, really. So I really urge them to go and visit Kima Finance Twitter, X account, and also our AI agent X accounts. So you will get more information and you can start benefiting from the AI agent for your investment needs. And yeah, happy weekend from now. Thank you very much to all of you.
Thank you. And any social medias to promote from Moongate?
Thank you all for your time and this valuable invitation. And like we are gonna head over to Denver for as the exclusive ticketing partner. So I guess we can see you all there. Yeah, thank you, and have a good weekend.
All right. And Michael, if you're back, would you like to give a shout out to our social medias?
Hello. Can you hear me now? First of all, sincere apologies to all the listeners for a short-term service outage. I would like to make a quick reference to the previous question regarding decentralized autonomous organizations and the role of AI agents in them. First of all, I want to give a huge shout out to both Gabriel and Moni. Their answers were absolutely perfect. And Gabriel, the fact that you stood true to your original thesis, meaning biased models, I believe sums it up perfectly, because what you guys all need to remember that sometimes an economically optimal decision is not the best decision for our community. And we need to fundamentally ask ourselves, right? If we are building for community or if we are building for the profit. Now, if we hand over this task to AI agents whose logic will be to maximize profits, then I believe that the role of autonomous decentralized autonomous organization DAO is losing its meaning completely. Now, in terms of bridging the TradFi institutions and AI agents, here definitely Atlas takes the crown. It was a great honor and privilege to co-host this roundtable together with Kima. I encourage all the listeners to give a follow to all the projects involved in this AMA, and from Wow Earn, the icon with the W is ours. Let us know your thoughts, and if you want to connect with me, I'm abrafab at X, or Michael's strategy, one word, on Telegram. Happy to answer all of your questions. Thank you very much. Thank you, McKenna.
Yeah, and Dagama, any self-promotions, any social medias you would like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, guys, thank you for the final word. My connection seems to be on and off. Thank you for everyone, for all your input, for all your opinions. A great discussion, I believe. As a last sort of invite, what we're currently doing, guys, and I would like to invite all of the projects that were part of this MAA session. I know that Kima has already agreed to this, but we're inviting founders of top projects like yours to participate in a free written interview. Your insights could be featured in high-profile articles, including one about favorite places of Vitalik Buterin, Pavel Durov. They will appear on platforms like Bean Crypto, Cointelegraph. The interview will explore topics such as memorable travel experiences, your highlights from different blockchain conferences, crypto-friendly destinations, and basically travel tips for enthusiasts. If you're interested, let's arrange a quick call or a group chat to discuss this further. This opportunity is completely free. Just let me know. If you're interested, send me a message on Telegram at Hattar Gabi, or we can connect here on Twitter, guys. Give a follow to all the projects that were part of this session, and I wish you a great end of the week. Thank you.
Thank you for the invitation. And that will be all the time we have for today. So I would like to point out, for those who aren't aware of the next AMA that Warren will be having, we'll be hosting one with Trinity Pad at 2 p.m. UTC. So that's going to be in about 2 hours from now. So if you're joining us for that one later, I'll see you there. And for the rest of you guys, I hope we all learned something new today, and I hope to see you all again next time. Bye-bye.